welcome to the Francisco Marquez Olympic Pool here in Mexico City. We are here for day 3 of the 2017 World Para Swimming Championships. My name is Paul Noble, taking you through the action this morning, and for the third day I'm joined by Liz Johnson. Morning, Liz.
Hey, Paul.
Another good day of action in prospect here in Mexico City. We've had a great couple of days so far, haven't we?
Yeah, yesterday specifically, there was lots of fast racing, lots of close races, lots of surprise results. And today we've got a good mix of heats and finals in this first session.
Yeah, as of the first couple of days, we've got some finals to enjoy here. So the medals for those finals will be presented this evening, but 6 sets of finals and 8 sets of heats. So pretty much evenly split there. So a lot to look forward to in the sessions this morning. And as you said yesterday, a couple of records. They did that specifically for your birthday, Liz.
Yeah, I'm very grateful. It made it all the more exciting.
Officials just been introduced here. Sue Barker, still half asleep, I think, there, missing her cue. But officials here from all around the world being introduced by the pool announcer there. He'll be awake when we get underway. Here's what we've got to look forward to today. As I said, heats and finals all the way this morning. We start off with the heats of the 200 individual medley for the SM9 class, and that final for the SM10 class for women. Number of finals there you see towards the bottom of the screen as we go along there. 100 butterfly, 50 backstroke as well. There's a hashtag if you want to send us a message on Twitter, hashtag paraswimming. And we go right through to the men's 100 freestyle S9 heats at the end of this morning's session. A lot of big names to look forward to, a lot of Paralympic champions we saw from last year and from the years gone by, and also some youngsters really emerging this week.
Yeah, and this is as these ladies walk out now. A lot of these have got the opportunity to really step up and use this as an opportunity to get on a World Championship podium.
Swimmers for the first heat. We have 2 heats of this women's 200 meters individual medley SM9. As you might be aware, the classifications for physical impairments run from 1 to 10. So this SM9 class typically may be swimmers affected in one limb. You see there, Marquez Soto from Spain in 4. Dani Jimenez from Argentina goes in lane number 5. We saw Natalie Sims go through earlier from the USA in 3. Yulia Gordachuk from Israel in lane number 4. So 4 swimmers in this first heat, 5 in the next heat. So they're going to have to wait for the second heat. But swimmers in the top 3 know that they will progress to the final this heat.
Yeah, 200 individual medley is such a complex event because there's 4 strokes. So it's about getting the technique right and making sure you get through this heat cleanly.
Swimmers on the blocks for this first heat of this morning. Women's 200 meters individual medley SM9.
As you said, Paul, got to lose 1 swimmer, so the likelihood is that these ladies will all try and vie, save enough energy, but try and finish in that top 3 to secure their place for this evening. Different athletes have different strengths, and we'll see Maria Marquez Soto of Spain in lane 4 look to take an early lead as her backstroke specialist leg comes up after this butterfly.
It is Marquez Soto, maybe first to the wall. Challenged there by Gordachuk from Israel as they go past that first turn. Marquez Soto has got the lead there. Closest to us, Natalie Sims of the USA. Medalist yesterday, hosting the USA relay team. And relaxed stuff there from Marquez Soto. We saw her win the backstroke a couple of days ago. She's a great technician on backstroke.
Yeah, 2 athletes, Marquez Soto in 4 and Gordachuk in 6, they have leg impairments. They'll be looking to use this backstroke because as we turn onto this breaststroke leg to the 3rd leg of the 200 individual medley, there'll be a slight disadvantage for the athletes Jimenez in 5 and Natalie Sims in 3 who have arm impairments, so a stronger breaststroke leg kick.
that's kind of a good example of how the classification system works, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Different impairments have different strengths and weaknesses at different points in the event, and 200 injury medley really highlights these, which makes it exciting because you never quite know how often the lead's going to change hands and who's going to end up winning. But Marquez Soto, with that superb backstroke, has given herself a real opportunity to actually overcome that deficit that she normally experiences on the breaststroke leg.
She's held on to that lead pretty well. Marquez Soto from Spain. Ana Jimenez coming back strongly, as you might expect. Finalist in 3 Paralympic Games in 100 breaststroke, so she's used that to great effect. The Argentinian swimmer clear in 2nd position. Natalie Sims clear in 3rd. The other two struggling to stay pace with the leaders.
Yeah, and as we come down this final 50 metres freestyle for this medley race, Marquez Soto is the Paralympic champion over 400 metres freestyle, so we know she's got a good freestyle, we know she's got good endurance, and she's just going to comfortably, as long as the result is confirmed, get a place in that final result.
Jimenez having a good look at Marquez Soto. She goes past her there. She's going to take this one, the Argentinian swimmer. Marquez Soto just stroking into 2nd place. She'll be in the final comfortably. Jimenez takes it. Marquez Soto in 2nd place, Sims in 3rd. We're not getting the times here. Scoreboard not showing that. We'll bring them as soon as we get them. Danielle Jimenez. They're all trying to look up to the scoreboard, but they're not going to have much joy because it is completely blank at the moment. Never mind, we know that Jimenez secured her place in the final, as has Marquez Soto, as has Natalie Sims, barring, of course, any disqualification. So they won't mind. Pretty relaxed stuff and looking pretty good, the swimmers there in that heat.
Yes, some of these swimmers, Dani Jimenez is her first outing of these World Championships, and as we saw, they're working that last leg of the freestyle, just sometimes to test your boundaries so you know where you're at for the final. But Marquez Soto, that backstroke is superb, and it meant that her breaststroke, considering she only uses one leg, she stays quite flat, doesn't get much height, but pushes forward with every stroke, and she's given herself a good chance this evening.
So those two there will progress to the final. Looks like it be a smattering of supporters this morning in the heats. Not much Mexican presence today. We had a lot of Mexican support yesterday, the last couple of days in the morning's heats. There's not many supporters for the Mexicans today. There's the Italian flags out there as well. The Italians have had a good week so far. A few gold medals. There's the Greek swimmers as well. They're going to have a good morning. They've got a couple of swims coming up. So we'll see. Scoreboard just sorting itself out now. Hoping to get the times from that first heat. We'll move on to the second heat now, where we see 5 swimmers taking the start for this one. They generally will know what they have to do in this second heat to try and make it to the final.
Well, you say that, but we are waiting for the times to be confirmed from that first heat. So actually that advantage that you have of normally going in the second heat and knowing what you've got to do isn't quite there. But there were only 4 swimmers in that first heat. So if you can finish in the top 3, then you pretty much know that you're into that final.
Yeah, looks like swimmers are coming out now. Still don't have times from that first heat, but we know the finishing position, so I'm sure the officials will have that sorted out in the background. Camila Haas-Quiros leads them out for the second heat, 17-year-old. Next to her, Sofia Konkli, 15-year-old from Hungary. Next to another 15-year-old, Su Zheling, Paralympic champion in 100 butterfly, so expect her to go out pretty fast. Next to her is experienced Polish swimmer Paulina Wozniak. Competed in 3 World Championships. No medals yet for Paulina Wozniak at the World Championships, so she'll be hoping to get on the medal podium here in Mexico. And Cooley from Greece goes in lane number 6. So swimmers ready for this second heat of the 200 meters individual medley. There is the lineup. Zhu from China in the center lead.
All athletes there evenly away. In that first heat we saw a mix of different disabilities, but in this heat all athletes have arm amputations to the elbow on one limb. So they could be very evenly matched in terms of strokes, and it will play down to who's got the strongest strokes. And we would expect Zhu in lane 4, the Chinese athlete, the specialist fly swimmer, to take this out, but she's got company.
Yeah, that's Sophia Coakley from Hungary there in lane number 3, just leading them in, 35.12. Zhu in second, just 0.1 of a second behind. And Cooley going very well, the Greek swimmer, up there in lane number 6. But Sophia Coakley, well, the youngster from Hungary, one of these crop of young Hungarian swimmers, and she's looking pretty good on the backstroke so far. Zhu just looking like she's stroking very, very well there, just keeping an eye on Paulina Wozniak. Paulina Wozniak, of course, very much a breaststroke specialist as well. We've seen her win medals at the Paralympic Games in breaststroke before. So when they turn there at halfway, beyond the breaststroke leg, expect the Polish swimmer there in the red costume to come back.
Absolutely, and she's given herself a great opportunity because she's in contention there. Great back to breast turn. Came up on Zhu's shoulder. She gained about half a meter on there just by having a very effective turn. And here we see now Paulina Wozniak making her move.
Wozniak looking like she's going into the lead now, ahead of Zhu. They're all catching up. Sophia Coakley, 3 swimmers there, all in a row, trying to secure their place in that final this evening. Coakley just about getting overtaken now by Zhu, but a very good breaststroke leg, as we thought it might be, from Paulina Wozniak. So her swim last year in the European Championship, she was very good individual medley, and coming into the last turn, she really used that breaststroke to great advantage.
Absolutely, and breaststroke can be such a strength. People quite often say it's the determining stroke of a 200 individual medley because it can make or break the event for you. And once you've done that good breaststroke leg, then the key is holding on to that freestyle. And as we see there, she's stroking it out very relaxed, very slowly, because she knows as long as she gets through this heat in the top 4, then she will have a place in the final.
Yes, Paulina Wozniak. Zhu is just coming up alongside the Polish swimmer now. And Zhu finishing really strongly. She really wants to get to the wall first in this heat. And a very, very good finish from the Chinese swimmer Zhu to take that one, 2:48.19. That is pretty comfortable timings for the top 2. Zhu and Wozniak with Coakley in 3rd position. They will secure their place in that final, as should Cooley as well. Top 4 swimmers should make it into there. But Zhu, the youngster, the 15 years of age swimmer, is comfortably into that final. She worked hard on that freestyle leg though.
Yes, she did, but sometimes you gain a lot of confidence from knowing you've won your heat. And different athletes have different mental psyches and different ways of coming back and preparing for that final. So she might have just wanted to get that confidence of knowing that she was the winner of her heat.
Well, so the lead change hands. Sophia Coakley led on the backstroke, but coming from 3rd place right through to 1st on the breaststroke was Wozniak, and Zhu from China eventually was the winner, finishing there on the freestyle leg. Zhu from China takes that one, 2:48.19. Wozniak in 2nd, Coakley in 3rd position. Cooley from Greece should also qualify for the final. A decent start there from the first 2 heats. Move on to now our first final of this morning's session, and that is the final of the women's 200 metres individual medley for the SM10 classification. Emily Pierre, we saw her medal in the backstroke earlier this week. She goes in lane 2 for France. Isabella Hernando Santos representing Spain. Watch out for her on the butterfly, she should start pretty well. Bianca Papp, though, has had a good week so far. A medalist in backstroke, also a medalist in freestyle as well. 16-year-old Chen Yi from China. Very strong freestyler there, and the local swimmer Stefani Cristiano Zapata. Seen her over the distance, the 400 freestyle before. Bianca Papp in the centre will be a marginal favourite for this one. The Hungarian goes in number 4. Bianca Papp and Chen, favourites for this SM10. See if they can live up to their favourite goal. Final, the women's 200 metres individual medley, SM10.
Did a great start there in lane 5 from Chen of China. We know she's got good speed. We saw it earlier in the week in the 50-metre freestyle. But sometimes some people look at a 200 individual medley as 4 times 50-metre stroke sprints. Others see it more as an endurance race. And Chen here is definitely playing to her advantage with that first 50-metre speed.
It does look like Chen is going to lead them through 50 metres. Bianca Papp, though, will want to get on to that backstroke element of this individual medley. Hernando Santos also going well, the Spanish swimmer, very strong butterfly swimmer, but here comes Bianca Papp in the centre now. Those 2 yellow lanes there. Bianca Papp is now pulling up alongside Chen. This could be a fascinating race here. We know that Chen's a very good freestyler, and we'll see the breaststroke could well be a determining factor here, because none of these swimmers are really renowned for their breaststroke strength.
No, Bianca Papp here really has cut through that field. She's down at the turn. She's coming into the end of the backstroke leg in the lead. She does have a slightly weaker breaststroke because her impairment is in her legs. She's going to work hard down this 50 metres to make sure that she stays in as much contention as possible. And then onto that freestyle, it's anybody's.
Well, Chen is really trying to stay in contention with Bianca Papp from Hungary here as they come through, halfway through that breaststroke leg, and Chen is just trying to come back, but Bianca Papp is holding her off here. There's not much in it though, and I just wonder if Chen is too far behind to make a strike on this freestyle, because Bianca Papp is doing a really good job on the breaststroke.
Yeah, Bianca Papp really used the momentum from the backstroke to catapult her into this breaststroke, and you wouldn't even be telling from these pictures that her breaststroke leg is probably her weakest leg. She's onto this freestyle now, head down and go for home.
Well, Bianca Papp is heading for home. Chen is chasing her. We know Chen is a very strong freestyler. They were both medalists in the 100 freestyle yesterday, and Chen is really trying to come back strongly, and it looks like she has got the better of Bianca Papp now as they come with 20 metres to go, and Chen from China will hit the front now. Bianca Papp trying to respond, but it does look like Chen is going to take this one and take another gold for China. It's going to be gold for Chen from China, silver to Bianca Papp, and the bronze will go to Spain. Hernando Santos just getting the better of Zapata from Mexico. But we knew that Chen was going to be strong on the freestyle, and that's the way it proved. She has just enough to get in ahead of Bianca Papp.
Yeah, and then Chen played to her strengths. She took it out down that fly length. She brought it home on that freestyle length. And the thing that makes the 200 metres individual medley so exciting is that there's so many different opportunities for the lead to change hands.
Well, that's exactly what happened there. Chen on the backstroke was behind. Bianca Papp used that to her strength, and on the breaststroke, I thought she did really well, Bianca Papp, to maintain that lead, but it just wasn't enough, and Chen was able to overtake her on the freestyle. Just waiting for the confirmed results. Hungarians, well, they'll be happy with a medal. Disappointed just to be overtaken at the end. A good swim from Chen.
Yeah, the Hungarian crowd team happy. They're doing a little happy dance. Good job the camera never comes to us for you guys.
That's right. The results still not been confirmed. So we'll have to wait and see if there are any disqualifications. Had a few disqualifications here which have affected the medal results in the past couple of days. We do have the confirmed result for the women's 200 metres individual medley SM10. The gold goes to Chen from China, silver to Bianca Pat from Hungary, and the bronze Amanda Santos from Spain. Good race there. Nice contest there at the front from those two swimmers. Move back on to more heat swims. This is the men's 100 freestyle S6. Quality all the way through this field in this S6 100 freestyle for men. Luis Antonio Silva from Brazil goes in 2. There's Georgios Savaltos from Greece, goes in lane 3. There's the Brazilian Silva. Lane number 4. There he is, Nelson Crispin, the reigning champion, twice over. Nelson Crispin, 13 and 2015. Trying to make it a treble here. Oscar Osorio Campas, his Colombian teammate. Taliesin Glock from Brazil, the second Brazilian in this one, goes in lane number 6. And silver medalist from yesterday's breaststroke, Carl Forsman from Sweden, goes in lane number 7. So 2 Colombians, 2 Brazilians, Swede and Greek in this one. First heat.
Very quick reaction times there from the 2 Colombians in lane 4 and 5. Nelson Crispin, we saw that he's got good breaststroke speed. He swam really well in the breaststroke final. He'll be hoping to carry that into this sprint freestyle 100 metres. Looking to defend a title for a 3rd time. He'll have his work out of the challenge from the 2nd heat.
Yeah, Nelson Crispin, it's kind of a breakthrough meet for him back in 2013, the World Championships in Montreal. Claiming his first international medals, Nelson Crispin, and he's really built on that. He's gone through and taken medals at the Paralympic Games, silver medalist last year, and he's looked pretty good this week so far.
Yeah, and we've seen a surge from the Colombians over recent years, and we see here in lane 5 Osorio Campas, his compatriot, in a battle for 2nd place in this heat. Nelson Crispin got a commanding lead, and we see that spearhead formation develop nicely in the centre of the pool.
Well, 7 swimmers in the 2nd heat, so they can't leave too much to chance, but Nelson Crispin making sure he's finishing ahead of the others, should be safely into that final. Nelson Crispin eases in 1:11.10. Close contest for 2nd, but it's 1 and 2 to Colombia. Osorio Campas takes the 2nd position, just ahead of Savaltos of Greece. So that is the top 3.
Nod of the head.
Yeah.
Jigs. Yeah, nod of the head there from Nelson Crispin. He was in a commanding position. You could see him breathing to both sides, checking on his competitors. He knows he's in a challenge. He'll be in a challenge for tonight, and he's saving as much energy as possible.
Yeah, looking around, Nelson Crispin, he'll go faster in the final. There's the contest for 2nd. By Osorio Campas, 0.19 of a second ahead of Savaltos. Colombia 1 and 2, Greece in 3rd position. Taliesin Glock wins a close contest there from the 2 Brazilians for 4th and 5th. That may be vital, making that final.
Yeah, heat swims, when they're packed, it's so important to get that touch. It's not necessarily, like in those close contests, it can be a difference of 100th of a second between making it through to the final and not.
Keep an eye on the times. The top 8 times from the 2 heats will qualify for that final. We've got some strong swimmers in this one. Matias Angula from Namibia. He's in lane number 1. First time we've seen the Namibian swimmer this week. It's not the first time we've seen Zach Shattuck from the USA. Not the first time we've seen the swimmer in lane number 3, the 400 freestyle world champion from 2 days ago, Antonio Fantin. Real shock win of that 400 freestyle. Lorenzo Perez Escalona, the Paralympic champion from Cuba. He goes in lane number 4. Paralympic champion in the 400 freestyle silver 2 days ago, behind his Italian teammate Francesco Giardo from Italy. Salim Geriev from Kazakhstan goes in lane number 6. Jose Perez Diego from Spain goes in lane number 7. So there's the Kazakhstani swimmer. There's the Spanish swimmer. Being assisted up onto the blocks by the coach. This is the S6, of course. We'll see a variety of starts here. Some swimmers in the water, some going from the sit start, some being assisted on the block by the coach. Here's the second heat, men's 100 freestyle. Yes.
Variety of starts there, variety of impairments, but Zach Shattuck in lane 2 of the USA getting off to the best start. Already being caught there by Salim Geriev of Kazakhstan.
It's a very good start there by Kazakhstani swimmer. And the 400 meter champion, Antonio Fantin, well, he showed great speed in the last 100 of that 400 freestyle, and he's gone into the turn there, and he leads in 33.30, and just behind him is the Kazakhstani swimmer, and Bocciardo in 3rd place as they head for home.
Fantin showed a great ability to change through the gears when he was swimming that 400 meters freestyle, but here he's wasted no time at all in accessing that top speed, and he's going to play it the other way around here, go out hard and then control it from the front.
Well, it's the 2 Italians, and Perez Escalona, the Paralympic champion, struggling to stay pace with them, but he's coming through in the end. It looks like it's going to be Fantin will take this one. That's the fastest time of the 2 heats, 108.69 for Fantin from Italy. Bocciardo, 109.58, and Perez Escalona, 110.06. That's the top 3 from the 2 heats there. Perez Escalona maybe a little bit surprised by the speed of the 2 Italians there in that heat.
Yeah, potentially he came through very strongly at the end, and it might have been just a fact that just took him a while to get going. He always is at a disadvantage at the start. He goes from that sit start and he comes up and into his stroke, and he was very far down at the 50 turn, but he came powering through at the end. So we know he's got the speed, he just needs to access it a little more early.
Perez Escalona getting off that sit start. Zach Shattuck was way like lightning there, the American swimmer. Antonio Fantin touching the wall first, ahead of his countrymate Giardo and ahead of the Cuban Paralympic champion Perez Escalona. 2 Italians top the table for that second heat, ahead of the Cuban, ahead of Kazakhstan swimmer. Those 4 swimmers, I think, should make it to the finals. If my calculations are correct.
They usually are.
That's good. Thank you.
I trust you.
Should be a fascinating final, that. Throw in Nelson Crispin into the mix. Well, could go anywhere, really. Should be a nice one to watch. Real good quality in the S6 here. We've got the Paralympic medalists as well all here, so could be a very, very interesting one.
Yeah, and I don't think any of the athletes then showed their main hand of cards. They all played it safe. They're all very experienced. So good heat swims, exciting final lined up for later.
We have more finals now. moving along. This is the men's 100 meters butterfly S13. Visually impaired swimmers. And that was Kaimar Kalma. He's been led out by his guide there. This is the S12 classification. All swimmers here will be competing for the S12 medal. All swimmers with a visual impairment.
Yeah, we saw there, as he started to come out, he realised he couldn't see where he was going and he needed to wait on his assistant. And it's so important to have your assistant with you at all times for these athletes.
Masroka Matera is in the centre line for this one. Kaimar Kalma also Rashkevich from Belarus in 3. Tiganidis from Greece, what a great swim he had in the 100 backstroke. He's been a gold medalist in this event before, back in 2006 at Kazakhstan. Swimmer Metov due to swim here but not taking the start, so it's just 4 to compete for the medal in this S12 classification. Kalma, Vaskevich, Roka Matera, Tiganidis. Tiganidis really rolled back the years with that great victory in the 100 backstroke. He's 36 years of age now. First gold medal back in 2006. He is really in great form. Final of the men's 100 butterfly S12. Tiganidis off to a great start there.
Yeah, but an even better start there for lane 2 from Belarus Vashikichev. But Tiganidis, he seems to have found himself from old. We're so used, he burst onto the scene in 2004 winning 3 gold medals, and here he's back and he's swimming just as well as we've ever seen him swim.
And it is Tiganidis who will lead them into the turn. I think Rokas Matera coming back there and just getting the touch by 3/100ths of a second, but it's all to play for as they come down this second 50.
There's a Rocket Matera seemed to go into that wall slightly better and get a better push off, and he's come out the half a body length up. And now to fight for home, these athletes will struggle to see each other, see their competitors. So really, they just put their head down and go for the wall.
And it's a yellow cap of Brazil leading the Greek Tiganidis. It looks like Roka Matera is going to take this one. It's going to be gold for Brazil. 59.42 for Thomas Roka Matera. It's silver to Tiganidis from Greece, just over the 1 minute mark. And it is bronze for Vaskevich from Belarus. But that was a real contest between the gold and silver medalists there. But a satisfied look on the face of Thomas Rokas Matera. He is the world champion.
Roka Matera there as Brazil presented with an opportunity and he's taken it. And he'll be over the moon to become world champion. There we see that great head-on shot, Marquez keeping his chin close to the water and getting a great finish.
Well, Thomas Roka Matera is the world champion from Brazil. 59.42 for the Brazilian. Tiganidis silver for Greece and Vaskevich from Belarus.
Quite the tongue twister. A few names challenge us.
Maxim Vaskevich.
There we go.
See if you can practice that one.
Always blame your Scottish accent.
Yeah. We have just got notice of the results from one of the previous events. We do know that there has been a disqualification. We didn't get the times for the first event for the individual medley, but the swimmer from Greece, Fima Gekuli, has been disqualified in that first event. It was a little bit of a problem getting the results, but just to confirm there has been a disqualification in that first event. Move on to the next event. So we have two finals. One race here, we have the S11 final. One swimmer, Barrera Olympic from Belarus. We have four swimmers for the S13 classification. Boki is going to be very much the man to beat here. He has been absolutely supreme. Agalkov goes in line number 5. And Latika from Finland goes in line number 6. We only have 3 in the S13 classification there. Due to swim in line number 3, not taking the start. So we have Zudzilao in the S11 class, Boki, Agalkov and Latika in the S13 class. Final of the men's 100 meter butterfly S11 and S13 classes.
The tall figure of Ihar Boki, they're using 14.5 meters of the 15 that he's permitted underwater to kick his way up and into a strong lead already on this 100 meters butterfly.
Well, Ihar Boki, he is absolutely invincible here in Mexico at these World Championships. Just have a look at the time, just adjusting his stroke as he comes in now, and 25.26 inside world record pace for Ihar Boki. Well, could we see a world record this morning, Liz?
Quite possibly, anything's possible from Boki. He looked so good all week, and here he's got such smooth, powerful strokes, keeping that chin on that water, staying as flat as possible, and as he comes into this final 15 meters, he's dominating this race.
Well, Ihar Boki heads for the wall now. 53.85 is the world record time, and it's just slipped by for Boki, but it's another gold medal to the great Belarusian. 54.75. A great swim from Ihar Boki. Agalkov is in second position. Latika from Finland will take another medal. And Zudzilao from Belarus is in now in 111.81, the Belarusian swimmer. But Ihar Boki, well, again, what can you say about the great man? He takes another gold medal.
Yeah, Ihar Boki looking happy there. It's difficult for these visually impaired athletes to celebrate or show their full emotion at the end of the race, because we say it so many times that they can't see the clock. But there was a bit of a wobble from Latika. He either got it spot on or he might have gone a little bit early, but he'll like to say he got a brilliant start.
Oh, there is the finish. He was pretty much spot on with that finish, Ihar Boki. He was inside world record pace at the halfway. But Ihar Boki takes the gold, 54.75 for the S13 class. Agalkov and Latika, the silver and bronze. And the winner of the S11 class, Zudzilao from Belarus. So Belarus double there in those two classifications. But Ihar Boki, he's just unbeatable, isn't he? He's in a different class of his own, the great Belarusian.
Yeah, this week he's come in on fine form and he's dominating the races. But he's swimming well. He's not just winning, he's winning in world-class times.
Well, it is unusual at a major event. Ihar Boki likes to challenge his own times and he likes to break his own records. He's been very, very close to his records, but just slipped by on a couple of occasions. I just wonder, he's challenging himself every time that he comes in the water.
Yeah, absolutely. We're so used to seeing records from him that when he just misses out, we're like, oh, a bit disappointed. But that just shows the caliber of swimmer that he is.
Well, he won his 4th title there to move on to the next event. Men's 50 backstroke, S1. We have 3 swimmers in this one. We have Zaousis from Greece in lane 3, Metella from Italy in lane 4, Karapidis from Greece in lane 5. New class of the field is Francesco Battella. Francesco Battella from Italy in between the two Greek swimmers in the men's 50 backstroke S1 final.
The S1 category is for those athletes with the most severe functional impairment. And we see here, it takes them slightly longer to get into the water because they all choose to enter from the side, as they have great difficulty getting over the lip that is produced by the scoreboards at the end of these swimming pools.
Referee sounded the whistle there. Swimmers into the water, have to make their way to the centre lanes. Carapidis going in from the other side there, at the top of your shot. There's Carapidis. He's fourth in this event at the World Championships last time in Glasgow. He'll be looking to finish as high up the medal podium as he possibly can. Saucis making their way over. As you said, Liz, all these swimmers will be affected in all four limbs. They need to be held at the start. They all employ very similar starting techniques, just kind of developed as the standard starting technique for the S1 swimmers over the years. Men's 50 backstroke S1 final.
As I said, Paul, we all see there, all away nicely, using that double arm backstroke technique, very flat in the water. Won't have any opportunity to see their competitors. It's all about how much water they can grab hold of and how quickly they can spin those arms over and recover so that they can move themselves through the water. And that double arm technique on this backstroke proves to be one of the most popular in this S1 classification.
Patella is a great exponent of that technique there. He started very strongly. Carapidis going well too. The Italian swimmer has got the lead. Carapidis coming back into contention there. Saucis in third position. He was in the Greek team back in the 2013 World Championships, but it looks like the gold is going to go to Francesco Battella from Italy. Another medal for the Italian team. They're having a great week here in Mexico, and Battella will have an eye on the clock there. His entry time was 1:11. He's going to be close to that. He's in 1:13.06. And Francesco Battella will take the gold for Italy. The silver looks like it's going to Carapidis here. Carapidis with his entry time of 1:28. And he finishes just about in the 1:30s, 1:32.26 for Carapidis. And the final swimmer to come in this S1 classification in the 50 metres backstroke. Saucis, his Greek teammate, again using that double arm backstroke. Saucis finishing now 1:58.34, but there is the champion, Francesco Battella from Italy.
Both men there looking very pleased with the way that event went, and we see there Battella got away well and straight up and into his stroke. And that double arm pull allows a greater generation of power. So the rate is slightly slower, but the length of each stroke is significantly more.
It's clear water between Battella and the two Greek swimmers. Another gold medal for Italy. Italians looking very happy with that one.
Italians have had a lot to cheer about, and they've just realised they're on the big screen.
All wrapped up. No winter coats on.
Don't blame them. Scarves. Nobody's got gloves on today. Yes, day one there was a lot of gloves being worn.
They're still on the big screen.
You have to stand up now and do the YMCA or something.
Right, Mexican wave.
Not with 4 of them.
Could be done. Just waiting for confirmation of that result. It looks like Matella will confirm in first position. On the big screens, we move on to the next heat, which is the men's 50 backstroke S2. So one classification up from the S1s, these swimmers will have slightly more function.
Yeah, and as a result, we'll see a range of different techniques employed, because just moving up that one classification, the impairment level does change quite significantly, because it is important to remember just how impaired these S1 athletes are.
This is a heat swim here for the S2s. They will have a final this evening. That's Ayed Shalabi from Israel. Goes in lane number 1, so it'll be at the bottom of your screen as we look for that. Should have Macro Dimitris from Greece in lane number 2. Headless in this event back in the World Championships in 2013. Shalabi won. Trails in. It's been a little bit of a changeover in the lane draw here, so some of your captions may not be correct. It's Macro Dimitris squealing by there, he'll enter from the side. As will Shalabi. As you said, Liz, that change of impairment means that some of the swimmers are able to get over and be in for the start rather than go in from the side. Alberto Abarza from Chile in lane number 3. World record holder Zhu Liankang from China in 4. His Chinese teammate Lu Benying in lane number 5. Jacek Czech from Poland. First of the 2 Polish swimmers, goes in 6th. One line up from him is his teammate Kamil Kowski, and Paralympic legend that is Curtis Lovejoy goes up there in lane number 8, the USA swimmer, former Paralympic champion in this event.
And there we see Curtis Lovejoy, the only athlete choosing not to start by having his feet held, but already and up and into the lead is Zhu of China in lane 4.
Zhu is the world record holder, 47.17. He set that time winning gold in the Rio Paralympics last year. He was followed home on that occasion by his teammate Lu Benying, who also goes in lane number 5, but is struggling to keep pace at the moment. As you said, this is a heat swim, so these swimmers will have a final this evening. And the Chilean swimmer going very well. Alberto Arbazar is in 2nd position at the moment, but the world record holder easing back now. The world record time 47.17. So comfortable swim there for Zhu Lianping from China to take that one. Looks like 2nd place. Well, it's very close between Alberto Arbazar and Lu Benying. At that time, 52.32 for the Chinese swimmer Zhu Lianping. there'll be a championship record there. So good swim, good morning swim there for the Chinese Paralympic champion.
Yeah, great swim there from Zhu and really stamping his authority on that event. We see here at the start, he's up straight into his stroke, all pretty evenly away, but he's just got a slightly higher turnover from his shoulders than the other athletes, and it really gave him an advantage, finishing with clear water.
Well, Zhu Liankang takes that one, championship record. A great kind of, what would you say?
It's a cardboard cutout of Mackenzie Cone. There's no other way to put it. But the Americans, there they are, looking a bit chilly this morning, but we always know that the USA team, they're well supported. They always have a good travelling crowd. And it's great to see. I've never seen a cardboard cutout before.
No, that's good. They haven't realised they're on the big screen. They would have to be holding that up. Mackenzie Cone to come a little bit later on.
It actually looks like she's sat in that seat.
It does. USA well supported as well, as you said. They're always quite vocal on poolside, shall we say, when the swimmers are in the water. Great support, travelling support here out to their neighbouring country of Mexico. We've gone on to the next event now, which is the men's 50 backstroke S5. 4 swimmers in this one. Mary Siga from Malaysia in 3. Vo Tan Tung from Vietnam in 4. Tan Trung Nguyen from Vietnam in 5. And Theo Curin from France in number 6. So again, these are heats. We have 5 swimmers to come in the second heat as well. The top 8 will qualify for the final this evening. Vietnam have picked up a few medals in the first couple of days.
Yeah, they're doing well. I know we keep saying it so often, but it only takes that ball to start rolling and that momentum to start flowing, and then all athletes in the squad raise their game and performances follow.
Yeah, these 2 Vietnamese swimmers in 4 and 5. 2 kind of trailblazers for Vietnamese para swimming. Both went to the London Games in 2012. The swimmer in 5, Nguyen, was a flag bearer at the Games in 2016 in Rio. Tan Trung Vo was one of the first Vietnamese medal winners in the World Championship. So 2 Vietnamese swimmers in 4 and 5, Malaysia in 3, Theo Curin, the young French swimmer, in 6. A little bit of a delay at the start, but I think we're ready to get underway now for this first heat. Theo Curin swam well a couple of days ago. We've kind of been following his progress since he came onto the scene a year or 2 ago.
Yeah, and he's really coming of age. He's gone away after Rio. He's got bigger, he's got stronger, he's taller, and the results are starting to show.
So the 4 swimmers in the water. This is the first heat of the men's 50 metres backstroke S5.
There we see the bright cap of Goudreau in lane 4. They're getting the best start straight up. He's got the highest turnover. Look at the way those arms are. Straight, fast, powerful. He's flat in the water and he's pulling away from the rest of the field.
It looks very good at the moment. Tan Trung Vo from Vietnam. He has got this one under control, that's for sure. Theo Curin going very well in second position, but Tang Tongbo is going to take this one. Comes into the last 5 now, and the time, his entry time was 39.29. Easy's in there, 39.28, so 1/100 faster than his entry time. Good swim there from Tang Tongbo. Makes sure of his place in the final, as does Teo Kurin, 42.97 for the French swimmer. The guy in Vietnam in third position, but Jameri Siga with a big smile on his face, 47.71 for Jameri Siga.
Yeah, Nevo, the winner of that bright green cap, got a great start, and then we saw him attack that first 25 meters, and then he eased into that final 5, and actually still a phenomenal time, so he'll be confident now ahead of the finals later.
Certainly should be. Didn't quite spot the finish absolutely correctly there, so maybe a little bit more time drop there for Tang Tongbo. Pleased with that. Mary Siga certainly looks pleased with his performance. Tang Tongbo takes that first heat, 39.28 ahead of Teo Kurin, 42.97. Got the 5 swimmers coming out for this second heat, led by Ariel Kwasi of Argentina. The Argentinians, again, another team who've had a few medals to their name over the first couple of days.
Yeah, and that will give Kwasi confidence coming into this race.
Kwasi goes in lane number 2, Mats Topkin from Estonia goes in lane number 3. And in lane number 4, well, the unmistakable figure of Daniel Diaz from Brazil, already with 32 World Championship medals to his name over the previous 5 World Championships. There's Batula Eroglu. He's the champion yesterday in the butterfly. Won a medal in this event 2 years ago. And there is Mohamed Abbas Karimi, an independent Paralympian participant, and he won a sensational silver medal in that butterfly race yesterday. The first of the independent participants to win a medal. That is the lineup for heat number 2. So we know the quality of Daniel Diaz, Liz, and we know that Eroglu and Karimi are on great form.
Yeah, and butterfly and backstroke, they often cross over, and you see athletes double up, so it's usually a good indication of the form. If you swim well in the butterfly, you tend to swim well in the backstroke, especially for these S5 swimmers, where the technique is very similar.
Daniel Diaz, great record again in this event. He has won the last 3 World Championships. Silver medal back in 2006 as well, so he's medalled in the last 4 World Championships. 3 times Paralympic champion as well. The last 3 Paralympic Games. So it was a long unbeaten record in the major championships for Daniel Diaz of Brazil, and he is going to be really tough to beat in this one.
Yeah, and he's really set the bar in this S5 classification over the last 10 years. All of the other athletes now, we see them though, they're raising their game, they're trying to catch him all the time. He's just a class act.
It looks like a little bit of an issue with the starting block and the backstroke ledge there. You have to get these in the correct places, don't you?
Yeah, and here in this pool in Mexico City, it's a slightly different starting system than what some of these athletes will be used to. And these backstroke ledges, it's very important to get them in exactly the right place, because if you've got an impairment such as Daniel Diaz's, where you've only got one leg to push off, you really want to maximise the advantage that you can get from that.
Well, it looks like they're taken a ledge from one of the outside lanes. They're going to put it in a centre lane there, Daniel Diaz's lane, so going to be a little bit of a delay by the time they do that.
Becoming a bit of a theme, these Brazilians, checking on their blocks, checking on their starting plates, but you could never be too careful, especially when the start plays such an important part in your event.
Making sure everything is in place. They're experienced campaigners as well. Daniel Diaz, he'll know what to look for. He'll know that he doesn't want to leave anything to chance.
Absolutely, and he'll know that he's well within his rights to ask for the equipment to be checked. So a younger athlete, a debutant maybe, would just go with whatever's in front of them. But I think it's a good learning curve for those athletes to come here and see athletes such as Daniel Diaz, such as Andre Brazil, such as Felipe Rodriguez, question the block, show that they're not quite ready. We saw Daniela Jimenez put her hand up earlier because her plate wasn't in the right place and she couldn't move it with her one arm. And you're well within your rights to do that. And actually, that's all part of the learning process for these athletes who are coming as first timers and seeing the well-established campaigners.
So that's Jessica Long. I'm sure she's tuned in to the live stream on her phone there.
Or using Snapchat.
Oh yeah, that's true. You can tell us all about Snap when you've checked that Twitter feed. Second heat of the men's 50 backstroke. S5. Daniel Diaz, the champion, away cleanly and up and into his stroke.
Yeah, but great underwater there from the two fly swimmers that we saw earlier in the week, Aruglu from Turkey and Karimi, the independent Paralympic athlete. But now that Daniel Diaz is up, he generates so much power through the hips, and he really got a high turnover, great leg kick. Here he is, forging a lead in his 50 metres backstroke.
Daniel Diaz should take this one quite comfortably. In the end, he will be into the wall. The world record stands at 34.95, 37.03 for Daniel Diaz. He will qualify comfortably for the final. Iroglu in second place and Karimi in third place. So yeah, the two swimmers who medalled yesterday in the butterfly in the top three places in that heat. Matt Stockton was in fourth place, Ariel Kwasi in fifth position in that heat. But Daniel Diaz, well, once they got up and into their stroke, there Daniel Diaz was away and clear from the others.
Yeah, there we saw Daniel Diaz getting a good start, but the best starts coming from the two swimmers in lane 5 and 6, maximising that underwater. But as you say, Paul, once they're up and into their stroke, he's got such a high tempo, he's so effective, and the stretch for the wall at the end there, looking fairly relaxed, fairly happy. He'll hope that he's got some more in the tank for tonight.
Daniel Diaz takes heat 2 of the men's 50 backstroke S5. He looks to be favourite to extend that long unbeaten run in this event. Daniel Diaz will be firm favourite for that one. I wouldn't say there was a clear favourite for this event. It's the women's 50 backstroke S5. Here's the first swimmer, Kazakhstan swimmer, Magnitseva, going in lane 3. Sarah Louise Rong, bronze medalist in the World Championships last time, 2015. She goes in lane number 4, lane number 5. First of the Turkish swimmers in this event, Sevilla Ozatürk, the 14-year-old from Turkey. There's Julia Garetti. She's going to get into the pool from the side. Italian swimmer. She will go in lane number 6. Again, 2 heats of this one. 4 in the first heat, 5 in the second. Sarah Louise Rong in middle lane, fastest entry time. Norwegian goes in 4. Again, we saw the Iroglu, the Turkish swimmer, in the previous heat, swimmer without arms. In this event, in the women's event, we've got 2 Turkish swimmers, very similar disabilities.
Yes, and we'll see them employ a very similar technique as well. we'd expect a very good start from Ozturk of Turkey in lane 5 in that red suit.
So holding on with her mouth there, getting held by the coach in position. The other swimmers with arms holding on to the blocks there for the start. This is heat 1 of the women's 50 metres backstroke S5.
There we saw Ozturk of Turkey in lane 5 getting great height, using that one and she can just start with the advantage, but the athletes with the 2 stronger arms will chase her down. Longest 50 meters backstroke, and it'll be whoever gets to that wall quickest and doesn't run out of pull. So Ozturk, you can see they're using a butterfly type leg kick, undulating from the hips as they go to the 25-meter mark. But already we can see the other athletes pull her back.
Magnitseva has gone well, the Kazakhstan swimmer in line number 3, and she is looking very, very good at this stage. Sarah Louise Rung just coming back on Ozturk in the closing stages, but it's going to be Magnitseva from Kazakhstan taking this one, and a very impressive swim there. Didn't spot the finish, banged ahead there at the finish there, but 44.88 is ahead of Sarah Louise Rung, 48.21, and Ozturk 50.35. Ozturk used the start there, but was just caught by the swimmers in the closing stages, and that time by Magnitseva is a new Asian record for the Kazakhstani.
Magnitseva, great turnover, great speed in her arms. We saw her, she just chased Ozturk down. And we already, at the 25-meter mark, we could see the splash in the corner of the screen. Ozturk there getting a great start as we commented on, but really, Magnitseva, nobody got anywhere near, crashing into that wall there. She'll look to put that right tonight because that will have hurt.
Magnitseva takes the first heat in a new Asian record, 44.88. Sarah Louise Rung in second and Ozturk in third, just ahead of Julia Diretti. Very decent time indeed for Magnitseva. Paralympic title was only won in 43.03 last year, so that's right up there in terms of quality times. Yep. Paralympic champion is coming up in the next heat. It's Teresa Perales from Spain.
Yeah, there's Magnitseva almost 7 seconds quicker than her entry time, and I think, you know, Paul, that she might have just been going so quickly and so much faster than she's used to going that she didn't even see those flags. Hence that finish at the end there.
She spots that finish right. We could be in for a really spectacular time this evening in the final. Swimmers for the second heat come out. We have Yao Kuan leading them out for China. She is. Goes in lane number 2. Natalia Chavel, experienced Belarus swimmer. There. Lane 3, Teresa Perales, the Paralympic champion, the reigning world champion. That time, entry time 43.03 is what she won the event in Rio last year. Jan Lee, 3 gold medals at the Paralympic Games last year, not in this event though. Chinese swimmer in 5. There is another one of the young Turkish swimmers, Boyachi, another 14-year-old. So 2 Turkish 14-year-olds trying to make their way to the final. It's a good performance from her teammate in that first heat. Teresa Perales though, in lane 4, Paralympic and world champion. Star is favourite for this one. What will Teresa Perales be thinking after seeing that time in that previous heat, Liz?
She's a very experienced campaigner, so she will have had one eye on it, but all the heats are about getting through, getting a lane for that final, so she won't be too phased.
Heat 2 of the women's 50 backstroke. S5, Perales into an early lead, but up pops Boyachi in that outside lane. And again, very similar disability, very similar story to her teammate in the previous heat.
Yes, and we will see they will learn from each other, and that's a great thing about having a squad. And you play to their advantage, and Boyachi doing very well actually here. Just stay in the lead as we enter the final 50 meters. But Teresa Perales, nice long stroke, nice powerful stroke. Should be hoping to catch Boyachi, who's having a blinding swim here as she goes into this final 5 meters.
And Boyachi just leading the Paralympic champion here as they come into the final stages. Just maybe running out of gas here at the end, and it is Perales will take it, but only by 0.1 of a second. A great swim from Boyachi there, 46.56 for Perales, 46.66 for Boyachi, an improvement of 5 seconds. Great swim from the Turkish swimmer.
Yeah, and she'll have to be pleased with that. And there we see two ends of the spectrum, the experienced Teresa Perales against the teenage youngster from Turkey. And actually, as we saw again, we've seen so many times in some of these races how the classification system plays out. And there we saw Boyachi got an incredible start, led the majority of the way, and Teresa Perales just getting on that final touch where she obviously had a hand to touch with, and Boyachi finishing with her head.
And Perales be pleased to get in first position, but Boyachi, well, she was very, very close. And Perales wouldn't have been aware, really, of Boyachi there in the outside lane.
No, because as we see, Boyachi goes here, she's out in the outside lane. She's already quite far out of the field of vision, but then she doesn't have any arms to use. So in backstroke, you might catch someone's hand out the corner of your eyes, but there's no way that Teresa Perales would have seen that. But great swimming from both ladies.
Teresa Perales takes heat 2, 46.56 ahead of Boyachi. Natalia Chavel, 49.99 in third position. They should all qualify comfortably for the final this evening. Go back to the other end of the pool. You can see there Sonja Sigurdardóttir from Iceland going in lane number 2. This is the final of the women's S4 100 freestyle. And a number of swimmers due to take the start, not appearing for the start here, but we do have 3 swimmers in this one. There's Monica Borgioni, the world record holder. The other swimmer in this one is Patricia Barrera dos Santos. So the final of the 100 freestyle S4, Sigurdardóttir, Barrera dos Santos, Monica Borgioni. For classification. Just this swimmer getting set here. Sigurdardóttir has been held at the start here. I think the officials are happy now. Get underway. Final of the women's 100 freestyle. S4 and Monica Borgioni, the world record holder, looking to claim her first world title.
Yeah, she was up and she was the only athlete to dive there, and she used it to her advantage because she came up and used that momentum to start swimming, and she's got a nice high turnover with her arms there, high elbows, flat head, holding her breath, not breathing every stroke. She's going really well down here. We know she's got good speed. She was in world record breaking form yesterday, but only took home a silver medal, so she'll be looking to change that today.
Well, when she set the world record earlier this year, she went out in 40.08. She's gone out in 40.62 here, so not far away from world record pace for Monica Boggioni. It looks like it is Barrera dos Santos in second place and Sigurdardóttir Dottir in third place, but back comes Monica Boggioni.
Yeah, and she's doing really well here. She's not going to leave this result to chance. It's really her against the clock, and her head is down. Her stroke is still strong. Look at those high elbows, that great placement. She's quite close to the lane rope. She'll look to get away from that because she won't want to get tangled, but here she's attacking this final 15 metres.
Oh, Monica Boggioni on her way to claim her first World Championship gold medal. The world record holder is going to become the world champion. Boggioni takes it in 1:26.23. That is a championship record for the Italian. And Boggioni is the world champion ahead of Barrera dos Santos. And in third place will be Sonja Sigurdardóttir from Iceland.
Great swimming there. Monica Boggioni can't be disappointed with her silver medal from last night. She broke the world record. You can't do any more than that. But she did not want to leave that result to chance right. And there we see it. Winner of the women's 400 metres freestyle S4, Monica Boggioni, in a championship record of 1:26.23 from Italy.
Only 0.8 of a second outside her own world record mark. So, as you said, Liz, she is bang on form here at these championships.
Yeah, and that's been quite a challenge for a lot of these athletes with the rescheduling, with moving it to slightly later. It's been very difficult for some of them to hold that form into that final part of the year. But Monica Boggioni had a brilliant 2017, and she's carrying that momentum right through to the end of this meet.
Well, the Italians will be pleased with that performance from their swimmer. Monica Boggioni claiming her first world championship gold in her first world championships, of course. Burst onto the scene over the last year or so. We'll be pleased to get that title. She came in as the favourite for a number of events. She'll have more events as we go through the week. Monica Boggioni should have claimed her first gold medal. Get confirmation of that result, which I'm sure it'll be okay.
Yeah, and there we see those Italians again, supporters. They've had so much to cheer about this week. Good mix of youth, new athletes, debutants, and experienced performers. And the medals just keep on coming.
Well, we're not going to get a confirmed result by the looks of things, but we can tell you on the big scoreboard it does look like Monica Boggioni confirmed as the champion in a championship record. So move on to the next event, which is the women's individual medley. 200 individual medley for the SM14 class. Again, two heats of this one. Christelle Creel from South Africa making her debut here in Mexico City at World Championships at Major Games. He goes in lane number 3. Janina Brauer from Germany, bronze medalist in backstroke in the European Championships last year. Next to her, well, is the unmistakable figure of Michelle Alonso Morales from Spain, champion in the 100 breaststroke. So watch out for her when we hit the breaststroke leg of this 200 IM. Kang from Korea is in lane number 6. This is the SM14 women's 200 meters individual medley first heat. And the SM14 class, Liz, those for an intellectual impairment.
Yeah, and that makes this 200 meters individual medley quite difficult for these athletes because they got to change strokes every 50 meters, and it's a different movement pattern, and it requires pacing, it requires playing to your strengths, and often these athletes have difficulties with tactics and sticking to tactics. So quite often in their training sessions, they get constant reinforcement from their coaches or their teammates. But here in this racing environment, they are out on their own. And we see Alonso Morales taking it out there down that fly length. As you said, a breaststroker, but leading the way in 33.31.
It's a pretty close contest at the moment. All four swimmers all in a row. Alonso Morales got off to a good start there, but he's been pegged back on the backstroke, so it's a very good performance here from all 4 swimmers. Watch out on the breaststroke though, because Michelle Alonso Morales is likely just to stretch it ahead of the others. Janina Brauer from Germany was a European medalist in backstroke, so no surprise to see her hit the front. She leads ahead of Jungkyung Kang from Korea out there in lane 6. Alonso Morales down in 3rd, but watch her come through on the breaststroke.
Yeah, we're so used to seeing Alonso Morales on a 100 meters breaststroke attack that first 50 meters so quickly, but it's a different, you need a different approach on this 200 meter medley because it is 4 lengths of the pool and you do need to have something left for the freestyle leg, but she's controlled here, she's taken the lead, she's got a really strong breaststroke and she'll give herself the best chance down this freestyle leg.
Alonso Morales opening up as much the gap as I thought she might be. Janina Brauer doing a good job, the German swimmer, in 2nd position, but Alonso Morales does take the lead. She's come from 3rd to 1st position, but it's only by 0.3 of a second ahead of Brauer, and Janine Brauer immediately goes into the lead over the Spaniard.
Yeah, and actually Alonso Morales was quicker around that wall on that last turn, but Janine Brauer going for this down the freestyle. She's probably, we've seen it in other heats this morning. You get so much confidence from touching the wall first and winning your heat.
Well, Janina Brauer looks like she's bringing them home here, guaranteeing her place in the final. Michelle Alonso Morales will be in 2nd position, but Janina Brauer takes that one, 2:41.92. Michelle Alonso Morales in 2nd position, and it looks like Jungkyung Kang from Korea in 3rd place there, and with only 5 swimmers to swim in the next heat, those 3 should have guaranteed their place in the final. South African swimmer in 4th position. She is going to have to wait for the results of heat 2 to see if she will join the 3 in the final.
There we see Alonso Morales, who's such a sprinter, getting away off the block really well, and she used that down that fly leg. But Janina Brauer had a great backstroke and a great freestyle, and actually stayed in contention more than we would have expected down that breaststroke leg.
Yeah, very good freestyle for Janina Brauer to take that one ahead of Michelle Alonso Morales from Spain. Janina Brauer, 2:41.92 in 1st position. Alonso Morales, 2:44.77 in 2nd, and Jungkyung Kang from Korea in 3rd. It's a very wide open event, this one, this 200 metres individual medley. SM14, medals could go absolutely anywhere.
Yeah, one of the other things that the SM14 athletes have to deal with is the nerves, the change in environment. These are all things that impact them slightly differently and slightly more than the other athletes in the functional classification.
Spanish swimmer Eva Coronado Tejeda in lane 2. Siuchi Indriani from Indonesia goes in number 3. Lina Lindberg, medalist already this week from Sweden, she goes in lane number 4. Michelle Fransen, Belgian swimmer, goes in 5. And Beatriz Carneiro from Brazil, completing the lineup in lane number 6. 5 swimmers in this one, trying to make it through to the final this evening. Pernilla Lindberg trying to add another medal to her medal tally already this week. Second heat of the women's 200 metres individual medley, SM14. Indonesian swimmer Indriani off to a good start on this butterfly.
Yeah, she was matched only by Belgian Michelle Francine in lane 5, and there we see in your shot, great fly, taking the lead down this first length, giving yourself the best opportunity, because the lead, as we've said so many times, can change hands in the 200 individual medley at the drop of a hat.
Paulina Lindberg, probably the most experienced, although certainly the middle three all competed in the Paralympic Games last year. We haven't had a World Championship medalist from Indonesia before. We thought we had a little bit of a glimmer of a possible medalist the other day, but Pangabin finished in 4th position. It's a good chance for a medal for Indriani here if she can just qualify for this final, stay into contention. But good start by Michelle Franson. She's going to lead it halfway.
Yeah, Francis had a great opening 100 meters. Pernilla Lindberg was the bronze medalist in the 100 meters breaststroke, so we would expect her to now to make a push down this third 50 meters. But as we've seen so many times, it doesn't always work out like that. But there already, Pernilla Lindberg had a great underwater phase of that breaststroke leg, and is already back up onto the feet of the Belgian swimmer.
And Michelle Franson now being caught by Pernilla Lindberg. Indriani also coming back into contention here. The 3 swimmers stretching away from the others in this field. Pernilla Lindberg really trying hard to get back on terms with Michelle Franson. And as they come back now to the final 50 meters, it looks like Lindberg may well just be getting the touch now as they go on to the freestyle.
Yeah, that was a great breaststroke leg from Pernilla Lindberg, Sweden, playing to her strengths down in that lane 5 there. And as we come on to the freestyle leg, Michelle Franson's done enough in those opening stages of the race. She can choose now just to cruise down this final 50 meters and secure her place in the final.
Pernilla Lindberg certainly looking the stronger of the 3 leaders as they come down to the last 15. Through those red markers, she'll see the red lane ropes as she comes in for the last 5 meters now. Pernilla Lindberg is going to take this second heat to qualify comfortably for the final. 2:39.54 for Lindberg. Good finish from Indriani. 2nd position for the Indonesian. And Franson in 3rd place, but top 3 swimmers, barring any disqualification, should qualify.
Pernilla Lindberg of Sweden there looking very comfortable with that victory. The key on a 2 individual medley is to minimise the deficit that you experience on your weakest stroke, and whilst maximising your strongest strokes, not use too much energy. Pernilla Lindberg seemed to get the balance of that spot on there.
There's Lindberg just going ahead of Michelle Franson. Closing stages of that breaststroke, away from the rest of the field to take that second heat. Pernilla Lindberg from Sweden takes the second heat in 2:39.54. She'll qualify for the final as the fastest qualifier. Indriani in 2nd and Michelle Franson in 3rd. Pretty wide open for the medals tonight.
Yeah, that'll be an exciting race because we say it all the time, but each swimmer has a different strength, different weakness. The lead can change hands so many times over the 200 meters individual medley.
Well, we have the heats now of the men's 50 freestyle for the S8 classification. Some familiar swimmers from the events yesterday. Mikhail Golos from Poland goes in lane number 3. Yang Guanlong from China in 4. And Zhu Haizhou from China in lane 5. Gold and silver medalists in the 100 yesterday. And Andres One from Austria in lane number 6. Again, 4 in this first heat, 5 in the second heat. The fastest 8 from the 2 heats will qualify for the final. first heat of the men's 50 freestyle S8.
Take your mark.
Quickest reaction time there coming from the Polish swimmer in lane 3. Michael Golas and all athletes in this event in this heat with a single arm amputation, so we can see those quick recovery arms, straight arms, undulation from the hips, big strong leg kicks. This is going to be a close race.
Well, Zhu Haizhou there in lane number 5, certainly been the form swimmer this week. He's going to be behind his teammate this time, and the reach for the wall there from Yang, just ahead of Andy O'Neill, I think, there, but Yang gets it. Zhu in second. Wallace in third. Well, time's not coming up here. It certainly looked like Yang was first to the wall there. Didn't quite spot his finish. He reached a little bit at the end there, but Yang takes that one in 28.01, just ahead of Zhu, 28.16. Miguel Golas there, 28.43 ahead of Andy, 29.15. Just Chinese swimmer looking at the big scoreboard. There's nothing on it at the moment, but there's the times appearing now. But good start he got, wasn't it?
Yeah, we see it, the tall figure of Zhu always last off the block, but then up and into his stroke, and he was third all the way until he quickly shot in to sneak in the second place finish there.
So it's confirmed of heat 1, Zhang and Zhu, the two Chinese swimmers, 1 and 2, with Miguel Golas in third position ahead of Well, Mexicans getting excited for this one. We have a Mexican swimmer, pretty thin on the ground this morning, the Mexican swimmers.
He had a big day yesterday though, took home a lot of medals.
Lunter from Indonesia in lane number 2. Mayo Cornish, the young French swimmer in lane number 3, 17-year-old Brazilian Gabriel Silva de Sousa. Lane number 4, then Mexican winners and medalist in the 100 freestyle yesterday, Luis Andrade Gulen. Brazilian swimmer there, Gabriel Silva de Sousa, is the Mexican, Luis Andrade Gulen. Spanish swimmer, Barrera Perez. 6. This is going to be fast. There's the second heat.
Take your mark.
Men's 50 freestyle.
The best reaction time there coming from lane 4, Brazil, Silva de Sousa, up and into the stroke, but again we see 3 athletes, single arm amputees with that high stroke return over their straight arm, big leg kicks. Silva de Sousa trying to forge lead, but he's not having it go his own way.
No, Andrade Gulen coming back now, the Mexican home swimmer now. It's going to be Mexico and Brazil first to the wall. Looks like Andrade Gulen will take that one. He does, 28.43 for the Mexican. Just followed home by the Brazilian, 28.92. And the French swimmer, Maël, 6 in third position. That time by Luis Andrade Gulen. Equal third position, equaling Miguel Golas from the first heat. But he came back there. The Brazilian had the best start, but the Mexican came out on top at the end.
Yeah, we knew the Mexican was strong. He had a great 100 meters freestyle, making the podium, and they're giving the crowd, the home crowd, something to get excited about.
It's a good start from the Brazilian Silva de Sousa. At the end, it was clear water in the end for Andrade Gulen. 28.43. Andrade Gulen takes that second heat ahead of Silva de Sousa with Maël Cornish from France in third position. Women's S7, 50 freestyle. out onto the pool side. Brenda Tilt from Estonia in lane number 3. Thick and fast this morning. Liz, they're certainly moving them on today.
Yeah, in the 50 metres, they're exciting. These 50 freestyles, they're in, they're fast, they're out, and there's been a lot of them.
The tilt is next to Denise Graal. Denise Graal, this has got to be Denise Graal's #1 event, the 50 freestyle.
Yeah, for sure. Taking a Paralympic silver medalist, they've tried to build this as a head-to-head with Mackenzie Cohen of America, who will go in the next heat. And we saw she had speed in her 100 freestyle, and hopefully she can access it again this morning.
Naomi Somarella from Mexico goes in 5. Celine Deleuze from Belgium goes in lane number 6 again. 4 in the first heat, 5 in the second. Top 8 will qualify for the final. This is heat 1 of the women's 50 metres freestyle S7.
There we see Denise Graal up and into a stroke, a lovely balanced high elbow, shooting forward, employing that scoop technique with that left hand that we've come to see from a number of swimmers this week, and turbo kick as she generates a lot of power down these 50 metres.
Well, Denise Graal, European record holder, she set that, winning silver in Rio last year, and she is coming home clear ahead of Somalera from Mexico. The time for Denise Graal, 33.41, very, very fast indeed. That's only 0.3 of a second outside her best. So great swim from Denise Graal. In second place, and Deleuze from Belgium in third place in that heat. Good from Denise Graal.
Yeah, really impressive time there from Denise Graal. She looked to me like she attacked it for 40 metres and then slowed down and eased into that finish. So that would suggest that she's in good form and should be looking to knock a bit more time off in the final. Great start there from Graal, but also a great start from the local hero, Samela Majuno, and she's done really well this week, given the Mexican stunning to cheer her on.
Denise Graal was finishing clear at the end. Denise Graal takes heat 1, fast time, 33.41. Barrera in second place, 37.69, and Deleuze winning the close contest. It's Mackenzie Cohen coming for this next heat. Dominican Republic. So we'll see first, there's Adam Diaz. Next to her is Judith Marshall. There's Mackenzie Cohen, Olympic champion. Treble medal wins last year. Kayla Ting. This week. Ready? Both in number 6. Mackenzie Cohen, the clear favourite, just trying to make her way into that final this evening. She will want to be in a centre lane, I think.
Thank you, Mark.
Second heat of the women's 50 freestyle S7.
Mackenzie Cohen there off to a great start. This is Roland Martial of Spain in lane 3. We saw Caitlin Ting start in the water, so we'll see her try and catch up the field, start to power through, but really Mackenzie Cohen is dominating this one.
It's coming through now with around about 10 metres to go. Mackenzie Cohen is going to win this one comfortably. Keep an eye on the time here. And she is 33.01 for Mackenzie Cohen. That is the fastest that we have seen out of the 2 heats. Kaylee Ting in second position, 36.02. Roland Marshall in third place. But good swim there from Mackenzie Cohen. 3:01 for the Paralympic champion.
Yeah, Yeah, Mackenzie Cohen, they're signalling her intent, I think. She went there, she swims her sprint freestyles with a very high turnover of stroke. And as a result, it's difficult then to take the gas off and go considerably slower. So that was a great swim from her. She attacked it all the way. Good start. She knew that Gaylin Ting was going to try and catch her, but she didn't. She held her breath, she swam well. Good high arm stroke, round arm, good pulls, and a great finish.
So we have been billed this head-to-head, Mackenzie Cohen and Denise Graal. Mackenzie Cohen will be fastest into the final, 33.01. Gaylin Ting and Roland Martial, second and third in that heat. That could be a cracker tonight, I think.
It will be very interesting because the two of us very similar times with very different techniques. It will be a very exciting race to watch.
Next event is already out and in preparation. It's the two heats. It's our final action of this morning's session. Two heats of the men's 100 freestyle S9. See swimmers Benson Moscari from Hungary, David Gracia from Portugal, Jose Antonio Maria Alcaraz from Spain, Tamas Soers from Hungary, and Leo Latimaki from Finland. Some real experience in this lineup, Liz.
Yeah, and they'll be all looking to post good times this morning because the S9 classification is very competitive in this 100 meters freestyle. And being in the first heat, you don't have the luxury of knowing what time you need to go.
Jose Antonio Maria Alcaraz, the European record holder from Spain in lane number 4. Heat number 1 of the men's 100 freestyle S9.
Great reactions there from all the swimmers. Jose Maria Alcaraz of Spain in lane 4, always off the block and at a slight disadvantage in the underwater phase, but once he's up and into that stroke, he just powers through and plays catch-up. And here he's already on the shoulders of Tamas Soers.
Now Tamas Soers and Leo Latimaki right at the top, the 50-meter specialist, just being overtaken as they come into the turn. Jose Antonio Maria Alcaraz in the lead there, 28.37. Moscari from Hungary down right at the bottom of the screen in second position there. Good start from the Hungarian.
Yeah, great, and he's out on lane 2, and Alcaraz is breathing the other side, so he won't see him. But now that Jose Maria Alcaraz is going to try and control this race from the front, because he knows he's got the power. He's got a great stroke. Been unfortunate in recent years with illness and injury, but here he's leading out this heat, and into this final 5 minutes he's going to take the touch in a time of 58.97.
He does take it. David Gracia came through for second, 59.42 for the Portuguese swimmer. He'd be pleased with that one. And in third it was Moscari from Hungary, the 17-year-old, the new Hungarian on the scene here, making his debut here in the World Championships. But good to see Jose Antonio Maria Alcaraz back in good form, in good shape, 58.97. Good swim there from the Spanish swimmer.
Great heat swim, and that'll give him the confidence, because as we said, over the last couple of years he has struggled with injury and illness, and he's always been in great shape. And sometimes you just need to get those races under your belt, those results, and then they just continue to flow.
See, just heading the spearhead there, Maria Alcaraz. David Gracia came through strongly in the end. There's the two old friends, Tamas Soers and Jose Antonio Maria Alcaraz. Alcaraz takes it in 58.97, ahead of Gracia, ahead of the young Hungarian, Benson Moscari. New name for us, Moscari. It's a good swim for him, 1 minute, 0.43.
Yeah, great, and the Hungarians have got a great tradition in this S9 race. Tamas Soers, Tamas Toth, so it's great to see a new youngster coming through.
First time we've seen swimmer from Montenegro. Ria Tadic goes in lane number 2, next to the two Italians, Simone Barba, European record holder in the 50 freestyle, Federico Morlacchi, the European champion in this event, silver medalist last World Championships. Rutia Silva saw him swim in the winning Brazilian relay team a couple of days ago. Christian Setic, bronze medalist at the European Championships last year. The second of our independent Paralympic athletes, Ibrahim Al Hussein, athlete born in Syria. Federico Morlacchi, one of two Italians in this second heat, 100 freestyle S9. Only 2 times under the 1 minute mark in that previous heat. Swimmers will know roughly what they have to do. It's the second heat of the men's 100 freestyle S9.
Best start there coming from Ruta Silva of Brazil, in lane 5. He is an arm amputee athlete, so we'd expect that. And already it is Simone Barlam of Italy in lane 3 who's up, and as you said, 50-meter freestyle European record holder. We know he's got that front end speed, and he's dominating this first length.
He looks very, very good indeed there. Simone Barlam, just 17 years of age. Another one of this crop of very impressive Italians. In second place, it is Tadic from Montenegro there. Morlacchi got a little bit of work to do just to ensure that he gets into the final, but he's an experienced campaigner. Morlacchi will know exactly what he has to achieve to get there. He's well behind his teammate though, Simone Barlam, coming away from the rest of the field. Rutia Silva in second, Morlacchi just pulling through there, but Barlam is going to take this one in 57.10. Great swim from Simone Barlam. Second place, it was Silva from Brazil. Morlacchi in third place. Top 3 swimmers under the 1 minute mark. They will make it into the final this evening. But Barlam, well, very pleased with that one. 57.10.
Yes, Simone Barlam, we saw him lead off the Italian team in the 4x100 freestyle relay earlier in the week, very impressively. And there, he signals to his coaches. It's almost like he looked like he was going for a relaxed heat swim and is pleasantly surprised by how quickly it went, which is always a good sign.
Well, great swim there from the young Italian. Morlacchi shrugs his shoulders there, looks over to the coaching team. Simone Barlam takes that one, 57.10. Wow, great swim. Rutia Silva in second and Federico Morlacchi in third. All those 3 will qualify for the final. Should be very fast this evening. Well, I think that's us, Liz. That was a quick session this morning, lots of action. Today, some great swims there.
Yeah, and I think, again, it felt like it went so quickly because it was such high-quality swimming. We had a good few finals, some good swims, gaining medals, but also a lot of really exciting, interesting heats, setting up some close races later today.
Yeah, there will be some good races this evening to look forward to. We'll have the finals of those heat swims that we saw this morning. We'll have other finals to enjoy in this evening's session. So please join myself and Liz at 6 o'clock in the evening local time here in Mexico City. We are looking forward to it. Hope you can join us later on. So from myself, Paul Noble and Liz Johnson, it's bye for now. We'll see you this evening.
missing anything. What? Maybe another